Hi guys, I'm Kasha. Welcome to the channel and welcome as always to our coffee times to discuss horror and movies. And today I am bringing you my last review from the horror movies that I watched at the Fantasy Film Fest. Today I am here to talk to you about the movie from 2022, Nocebo.
It's coffee time.
So Nocebo is a movie that I didn't see many people talk about in 2022, and it was actually one of the movies that I was most excited to watch at the Fantasy Film Fest because our main character is played by Eva Green and I really like her as an actress. I feel like she has a lot of presence on camera and I was excited to see her in a horror movie. So today we're going to talk about the movie, things that I like, things that I maybe didn't like, and everything is going to be as always spoiler free, so let's go. Lorcan Finnegan directs this movie as his second feature film, and this is a Filipino-Irish psychological horror thriller. A fashion designer suffers from a mysterious illness that confounds her doctors and frustrates her husband. Help arrives in the form of a Filipino nanny who uses traditional folk healing to reveal a horrifying truth. Eva Green plays the role of Christine. She is an English children wear designer, and when we meet her, she's putting together a runway to show her latest design. So her job is to design clothes for kids. And while she is in this show, she receives a mysterious phone call. We see her talking to someone and being absolutely in shock after whichever news she received during this call. We don't know what the other person told her to shock her to this point. Now, after that event, we fast forward 8 months. Now Christine is sick with a mysterious illness and nobody knows what's wrong with her. She seems really debilitated, she's really weak, and she is very forgetful. She forgets things all the time, and it makes it harder for her to return to work. She also has a daughter called Roberta, and the nickname is Bobs, and basically she is struggling to take care of her daughter, to go back to work, and she spends most of the time at home in bed. That is until one day a mysterious girl called Diana comes knocking at her door. She introduces herself as the nanny slash caretaker that Christine supposedly had hired to help her around the house and with her daughter. Christine doesn't really remember hiring this girl, but because she's so forgetful with her sickness, she just assumes that she just truly forgot about it. So she lets Diana into the house and they get her a room so she can move in and become a full-time caretaker of her and also of her daughter Bobs. Now the husband is not really happy about this decision. He also didn't know about it, so it comes a little bit as a surprise for him, and he doesn't really trust Diana and he feels like there's something dodgy about the situation, but Christine insists that it's going to be a good help for them. Christine and Diana have a really good bond and they start spending more and more time together, and Diana is trying to help Christine with her pain, with her sickness, through some kind of like medicinal treatments, some kind of like folk treatments that her people in the Philippines use when someone is in pain. And through this kind of medicinal treatments, Christine starts to feel better, so obviously she wants Diana to stay. As soon as I heard about Nocebo and knowing the director, I was really interested in the themes and everything about it because the director's first feature film was the movie Vivarium. It was a really weird kind of out there movie, but I enjoyed it for what it was, and I thought it was a very bold move for a movie. Now this one has similar themes. We have the theme of motherhood and family, so I also feel like both movies have this common thing of claustrophobia. In the movie Vivarium, you have your main characters literally trapped, and when it comes to Nocebo, we have our main character Christine, who is basically trapped in her own mind, having recurring nightmares. And I really like to see the director exploring the same themes but in different ways. When it comes to the horror, everything is also very attached to Christine and her visions. So the horror comes from her recurring nightmares. The things that she's seeing are truly horrifying. They are not, you know, rainbows and unicorns. And so through her nightmares, the directors are telling a story. The director is kind of hinting you towards the end reveal, the kind of plot twist that the movie has. The thing is, I feel like at the beginning the movie still managed to be mysterious and kind of sustain a certain amount of tension, but as the movie progresses and fairly early on, you kind of already tell where things are going, so the element of surprise was at some point kind of gone. So most of the horrifying scenes come from the nightmares from Christine. The things that she sees are truly horrifying, and these are things that the viewer kind of tries to figure out if she is losing her mind, if the visions that she has are real, or if it's just all in her head. We also see our main character Christine deteriorate mentally and physically throughout the film, and we do have another kind of horror theme. We have witchcraft kind of a little bit, I would say, because of all the treatments and the things that Diana is doing in order to try to help and cure Christine. I felt like the majority of the elements in the movie could be considered supernormal, paranormal elements, and at some point they became slightly repetitive, but I really truly enjoyed when the movie was in the third act and we were getting to that reveal. I really enjoyed how the horror just started to escalate. But as I said, the plot was so straightforward that it made it quite obvious and predictable early on. At the end of the day, I gave this movie a 3 out of 5. I still feel like it's a very solid movie. I truly enjoyed it and I do recommend it to you guys. There is great stylish camera work and the performances were truly strong. Our two main female characters were so good in this film, and the dynamic between the two I thought was fantastic. So I do say you guys give it a chance if you have not been able to watch it yet. The only thing that kind of was a letdown for me was that the element of surprise was gone from the movie quite early on, so I didn't feel that tension, that excitement to figure out what was going to happen next, but because I kind of already knew. But that's all actually. The rest was pretty solid. So let me know down below, you guys, if you've already watched Nocebo, what you thought of it, or if you are going to add it now to your list. Thank you guys as always so much for watching, and I hope to see you all in our next coffee time. Bye!